Hey there, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. I've got another awesome video planned out here for you. We have put in a lot of time. You've been seeing the videos come out and some of the content, but like in terms of hours on stream, it's excessive, and it's just been like not even a full week yet. So we've made some significant progress. I've had some good help from both Lumberjacks and Buzz to put together our home base. It's not quite finished yet, obviously. Hell, it's not even like finished as far as I want to make it finished, but I thought I'd make you guys an update video on the base for any of those who haven't seen the base build video that I put out on Twitch. I collected all the little bits and pieces of us building our home base, and we've had some additions, and we put some stuff in the interior. So I want to share that with you guys and show you what we've done so far, and then you guys will be able to see new content of new things we're doing and new things we're building. So let's get over to that, and I'll show you exactly what we've done so far. Alright, so here we are. Doesn't look very different. In the background there, you can see our large taming pen up on the left. Really big enough to tame our Rexes and everything. In the back, you can see that little hut that Photon threw together for us. It's had some modifications since. I know Lumber was messing around with it a bit, but I think it's in general just kind of been abandoned now that we have an actual home, which I'm going to show you now. So I'm just riding around on Tabitha here for some speed. She is the only raptor who has managed to survive all of our encounters with deadly animals. So I'm very proud of her. I also have a little otter I tamed the other day wrapped around my shoulders. Very helpful and very cute. I hate the feed function for taming otters though. Like, I spent 30 minutes just chasing this guy with a fish and constantly dropping the fish because it didn't feed. Very annoying. So, let's take a look at the house. Let me tab out of this. Oh, there's a Lumber behind me. Lumber is building here. He's basically claimed this whole section back here behind our house so that he can build and get creative with what he likes. So I won't spoil his plans, but he has shared with me and it sounds really cool. But our home base is here. There we go. So we're taking up that whole largely flat plane. We have made a house. It's 2 stories. Big enough that we have plenty of room to expand. With the guys' help, we've been expanding a lot faster than I was expecting, so very helpful. If we go around the front here, this is the side view. I believe it's 6 by 10. That's about right. 6 by 10, so it does fit everything we need it for. The lower floor is 3 high, and the second floor was going to be 2 high. I'm pretty sure I made it 2 high. Yeah, it's 2 high, but it's got obviously the extra little bit with the sloped roof, because I thought the sloped roof looked much better. When we built it on Xbox, I had a flat roof, which was good for landing the birds on, but it just didn't look as pretty. So we've got a sloped roof on this. And we've started building our pens. So we've got this one here first. So from pillar to pillar is our first pen. This pen's largely going to hold all of our dinos for egg babies. Not egg babies, but like for eggs. So we'll have these slopes here all lined with dinos that are specifically just for dropping eggs so that we can make kibble. I'm going to attach a little house either right there or at the opposite end. I haven't quite confirmed what I'd like to do. Kind of don't want to get rid of that big pretty tree, so it might be there. We'll see. But that's going to be for like the little animals for eggs, like dodos and stuff, as well as storing our otters so that they're all safe in one little building. So this is the smaller pen of the 2. And let me show you inside the house. We'll leave Tabitha out here for now. So we've got a dino gate. We're going to have some crazy storage in here, so we needed to make sure that this was accessible by a lot of our resource dinos, like the Anklos, the Dodocuruses. So it needed to be a dino gate, not just a normal human door. And then this is our entrance. So we do have 2 doors on the front, as you can see there. The one on the right-hand side will eventually disappear simply because we're going to put an industrial forge in that corner. So we won't be able to access it anymore. But this is what we've got so far. It's super basic, obviously. We haven't been like decorating and putting up pedestals or anything like that, but it does get the job done. On the left side is going to be like our cooking stuff. I might actually change that grill and lay them sideways and have maybe 2 or 3 grills. But for now, that one will do the job for us. We've got Butters over here, Mr. Leg Day, just curled up in a ball. And we're going to have the vaults lining this center of the building. We've only got 2 laid down now. I believe Photon is going to be resource hunting and getting those put up, so I've laid those out for them. We've got our fabricator down already. It would have been nice if it was center, but we were very intentional about moving it over towards this pillar because of how much space that industrial forge is going to take up eventually. So we had to shift this off, and it'll look better once the forge is there with it. Oh, something's getting hit out there. Ah. It's not that trike's best day. So for now, we just got the mini forges. We also have the little mortar and pestles placed in front of them. So we're working, gosh, they're working on everything. They're doing the narcotic, the spark powder, that's all getting done. We have our smithy right here, which isn't going to go anywhere, obviously. We need that. We also have a fully set up upgrade station. It's got the blueprint station add-on and the augment station add-on. So that thing's set and good to go. We've got 4 stacks of bookshelves. This will be for us to start laying out our blueprints. So when we start making really cool blueprints for weapons and armor and all that, it can all get stored in here, especially excess. Like you'll have your most popular ones in the bench for use, but all the extra ones can be stored in here. And we haven't really plotted what the rest of this space is for. We will just kind of go with it, because you can get, obviously there's tech-based items, there's the grinder, things like that, where it's not super important, but I'm sure we'll install it at some point. So we've got room for that. And then there is an upstairs floor. So the upstairs floor, obviously not finished yet, but we have laid out most of it. We're going to put our chem bench here. Photon, I believe, has already set up all the electricity here, and he's been super busy. He's also got us fridges already, which I'm super appreciative of. Looks like he's actually been filling stuff, too. Oh yeah, we got tons of cooked meat, and raw meat too, and spoil. The spoil's good for narcotic, we'll need that. And a generator running with a decent amount of gas going already, so that's nice. This side here, we're going to have a roof access somewhere along this wall so that you can land the birds on the roof and get up there easily enough. So that's in the works. I will probably do that myself. And we're going to put our beds here. So I'm just going to like line the walls with bunk beds, the actual bunk beds. So I need to go out and get a bunch of fur for that. And then that way, unlimited spawns, because our server is rapidly growing. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting maybe 4 or 5 people. Like, I knew Photon was in, I knew Buzz was in, I knew Lumber was in, and I knew I was in. But then Butters wanted to join us. Butters has 2 people he wants to join us. And then 2 other people from our usual Discord are suddenly interested now. So we're rapidly increasing our population, which is great. More hands on deck, the faster we can get through content and start getting to like really cool boss battles and knocking out like really wicked animals. So I'm super excited for it. Not to mention, it's always just more fun having people on the server to interact with and do fun things with. So that's great. But as a result, we're getting a lot of beds. So that is the house so far. We may expand. Aesthetically, I've thought of building like a 2nd floor deck and this and that, but it's not a priority. At this point, we just wanted a functional, 4 walls and a roof. We wanted it to get the job done, and we wanted to make sure we had enough room for all the expanding we might do in the future. So we have managed to do that, and it will certainly serve our purpose here. So let's go back out to Tabitha here, and I will show you the layout for the larger pen. So Buzz has already started working on it. I laid the fence foundation for him, and he's been working on the walls. So let me just go out to the front here for you. Here we go. So this is the 2nd pen. I believe the little pen over there is 20 wide, and I think the big pen is 40 wide, but it's much longer, as you'll see. So we've already made the first wall, almost. He's got to connect it to the pillar there. But it's almost done, and I put the gate up. He got the resources for me and built that, and I placed it. So we have our giant pen. As you can see, it's going to be quite big. You can kind of see the fence posts there. That's how big the pen's going to be. It's a little bit smaller than the one we had on Xbox, but that's because we literally made it so big that we were getting wild spawns of like Branos and stuff in our pen. So I thought I could downsize it a little bit. We didn't use all that space. We will make sure to use all the space in here and try and prevent some of those spawns. So this is the size of the pen here. Here's the fence. And it goes right up to these post pillars here. And I did the pillars intentionally in case we wanted to expand or build. We just have clear markers and attachment points. And then we've got another behemoth gate out the back end here. So you can kind of come in from either direction, whether it's from the river or from the back of the plains. Which will be good when we start doing boss fights and we're going up to the obelisk up there. And then we run all the way to this pillar. So as you can see, this sticks out much more from the other pen. It's like another maybe 20, maybe a little less from that other pen. So we've got much more length. This pen is going to be breeding like crazy. We are going to make a breeding zone essentially for all the boss dinos we need for the island map. So things like the T-Rex, the Theranzor, like that kind of stuff. So because they're so big, they take up so much space, and with the way Buzz and I in particular do breeding, we mass breed and then just slaughter whatever we don't need. So in order to do that, we need a lot of space. So we've got that. I'm going to be attaching a hatchery, a big building with not the behemoth gate, but a regular dino gate. That'll be the front door, and it'll be set up with air conditioners underneath the floor, so we can just hatch whatever we want, like go crazy. That's the plan for that. We'll also have a small house, I think I told you, for the mini dinos, the smaller dinos like dodos or what have you, for little eggs, as well as for the otters. And then we're going to be attaching a greenhouse. Let me show you where the greenhouse is going to go. Yeah, this corner over here is where we're going to place the face wall. So I'm going to rip down that wall there. And we're going to put up a glass one, obviously. Oh, whoops. I messed up. Let's fix that. We're going to put it in this corner here, right along our building. And that way it's nice and close to the river for water access. The ground might even be low enough for us to get water right next to the building. Probably not, but try and get lucky. So that's that. We're going to put a greenhouse there. And then, while that's everything I have in the immediate plan, that's what we're doing. It doesn't mean we'll stop there. There's potential for other add-ons. We tend to have a lot of birds in our game. Both Buzz and Photon run around with like 6 birds at a time. That's a lot of birds. I run around usually at most with 3. I usually have like a stamina bird, a really heavy weight bird, and a really, really good attack bird, and then that's it. Buzz likes to do mining and stuff like that, so he gets a bunch of weight birds. So in order to reduce lag and all that, obviously, if we get too many, first off, they're not all going to fit on that roof. And second off, we're just going to need a bigger landing pad in general with how many players we're going to have on the server. So we might expand and build like an aviary location, maybe put it up like on the cliff ledge there of that surrounds the obelisk. That would be a really cool idea because it's still close enough to the base not to be too inconvenient. So we'll see. There's plenty of creative ideas in the brain and lots of builders to be had on the server. So for now, what we've built is simple and effective. It's going to get the job done right up to end game content for the island map. So we are very pleased with it, and any other changes are just kind of as we please. We'll probably have this pen finished by the weekend. Buzz is working throughout the week. He's been my resource gatherer, so him and I will work on that probably over the weekend and get that done so that we can basically start looking for our max level dino tames so we can start breeding, which will be great. But for now, that's it. Alright, So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update video on our base. Again, if you really like this kind of art content, make sure you click subscribe down below. And we will be posting on the Saturdays and Sundays, so check your sub boxes those days for this content specifically. And if you have any suggestions for crazy things to do, things to kill, tame, you want to see me build something, I'm not crazy creative, but I'm half decent. So if you want to see us build something really cool, just leave a comment down below and I'll definitely take a look and try and make some plans for some cool things that we can do. Other than that, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed. And that's all for now. So have a great day, and we'll see you later.